So it's like having a pit crew here. We just pulled right up to the doors. Well, we didn't get out a discount tire without a cost, I guess.
No, you don't need to adjust your screen. I am sitting behind the wheel of the truck with the camper attached.
I'd like to say that this was because of her.
I didn't bring my chair.
But I just noticed that both these green wires that are leading
behind the corporate house, say hello to my rolling castle, saying that I said so long, you sticks and bricks.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year from the Wandering Shores.
So it's a little bit chilly here for Arizona, but we are starting the year off correct. It's a hike.
Yep.
What hike is it, Michelle?
Boulder Canyon Trail.
Oh my gosh, she remembered.
I know, it's a 5-mile out and back trail.
Yeah, it's about 1,000 feet of elevation, so we're gonna challenge ourselves on the first day of the new year. So we are excited to take you along. It's about 45 minutes from where we're staying with our friends Rick and Teresa, but we will be heading onto the road and getting back traveling here at the end of the week. So we thought we wanted to make sure we got a nice hike in while we were still here.
Yeah.
And we had a great New Year's Eve. Spent it with Rick and Teresa and friends Coral and Reagan, and Rick and Teresa's daughter Lauren came over for a little bit as well. But yeah, let me show you the scenery. So we hope everyone had a fantastic 2023. I apologize for any background noise. We don't have our little dead cat boom mic on here today. I'll try to edit it out in post-production or during production. So 2024, we're here.
Yay, 2024.
So
woo!
We're gonna call it a new direction. That's what we'll call it.
Okay.
We're gonna call it the year of the new direction for the Wandering Shores, but we're not yet ready to tell you all about that. But I can tell you, we're gonna be seeing some places we have not seen before. We're gonna be doing a lot of things we have not done before, and we're actually going to be doing some work camping, we think. But all of that in future videos and maybe in our live. Not sure when you will have seen this video, if it was before our live, but we're planning on having a live event next Sunday, or next Sunday from when we're taping this. So that would be like the 7th or 8th, January 7th, I think. So we'll be back on our normal rotation of live events. But yeah, so we are excited about 2024. We got lots of new things, and it's ever changing because it was something different about a week ago while I was visiting Ohio. So we'll keep you hanging a little bit.
Yeah, we'll let you hang and then we'll fill you in.
Yeah, so, all right, we're about half a mile in and feeling good. For those,
my face is a little numb though because of the wind.
Yeah, it's a little windy and cold. For those of you who've been following along for a little while, you know the last hike we went out on was the one I almost died on outside of Payson. So, this is officially the hardest trail I've ever done. I'm a little nervous, but I'm making it. You know, it's not 13 miles like that one was.
No.
And I don't remember how many feet of elevation. I think that was like 2,200 or something like that. So this one's only 1,000 in 5 miles. So we'll see you soon. I'm sure the camera's probably picking up some of it for the microphone. It's a lot windier up here. Glad I ended up deciding to bring this jacket. Initially, I thought I was just going to be hiking in a t-shirt, and at the last minute, grabbed this jacket and brought it with me, and it's definitely needed. What do you think, Michelle?
It's pretty up here, but sure is windy.
Look at her hair. She did it.
I did my hair just for you. No, I didn't want to lose my hat, so I took it off.
Made it to the scenic overlook here at Boulder Canyon. Thought I'd show you guys what we're seeing. So according to Garmin, it was about 2.66 miles. So Hopefully the way back will be a little bit easier because it's going to be mostly downhill. We're at about 1,000 feet of elevation gain so far. 1,000 feet of ascent. I don't know if it's actually 1,000 feet of elevation gain. There's Michelle over there drinking her Celsius. Shout out to Celsius. Hashtag not sponsored by them either. We tried, but they said no go. Yeah, we didn't bring a Mountain Dew or Diet Mountain Dew, at least up here. We've got one in the car. So we're gonna turn around now, take a few photos, and hike back down. So beautiful day. It's a little cold, a little overcast, but I'd rather it be that than blazing heat. So see you soon. All right, we finished. What'd you think, Michelle?
We're all windblown, but we did it. We haven't hiked in quite a while, so we're probably gonna be sore tomorrow.
So it ended up being about 5.3 miles and a little over 1,000 feet of elevation gain. On the way back, there's actually quite a bit of gain because you're kind of walking in and out of the valley. So, you know, once you get to the turnaround spot, all the uphill is definitely not done. A couple things to let you know about this trail. Number one, it's rated as moderate on all trails. It says 5.0 miles, 5.2 is how much we got, and it's 1,000 feet of elevation. One thing that we're not 100% sure about is we stopped and got one of these daily passes at the Chevron station about 12 miles before you get out here. So you are required, I believe, to have a day pass. The National Park Pass does not actually work in this area, but there are 10 spots that say Boulder Canyon Trail Hike parking. They were all taken when we got here. Michelle went over there and looked. It doesn't say anything about needing a pass for those parking spots. And we're actually in a marina that says no day use. So I'm very confused on whether or not you actually need the pass or not.
Yeah. Well, there's only 10 spots, so
yeah.
you'd be taking a gamble if you're like, well, let's see if one of those spots is open, because you'd have to go back into that gas station to buy that pass.
Yeah, Apache Junction, I think, is where we bought our pass at the Chevron. There is a marina here. I don't know that they sell passes, so double check all trails with the most recent updated information. Because we don't really know, and we didn't want to get a ticket, so we bought a $10 pass. Most of the time it says it's 8, but they charged us 10, so maybe it's a holiday rate. I don't know. Good morning. The shores are out of our moochdocking spot. We're back on the road officially.
Yeah, it's been a month. So we're going. I'm not awake yet.
Why she's not the best color man in the world for anything. So today's adventures, we are going to stop by Discount Tire and get the tires rotated on the camper. They're kind of overdue to get that taken care of. And then we are heading to Quartzsite. So we're heading there for about a week. We're gonna meet up with several of our friends that we then will plan on caravanning to the Bash in Lake Havasu next weekend. So today is Friday and we are officially out of the back or the side yard. Let me give you a once over on the vehicle. We did get a chance to wash this side and the front and the back. We couldn't wash the far side because it was too close to the concrete wall, but we are all set. And travel day, oh, I left one of these lights on, so let me turn that off. But we're gonna head over and find our spot at Discount Tire and show you what that's all about. All right, so it's like having a pit crew here. We just pulled right up to the doors and they are taking the tires off. They've already got it all jacked up. The other two on the other side are already off, and they're taking them to balance and make sure the PSI is correct. I'll show you that. Super easy, and it's a free service. That's why we always go with Discount Tire, not to mention that they have a bunch of locations around the country, so that makes it super convenient when we're traveling. The challenge is always getting into the location, but I actually came here yesterday and asked them where they prefer to have the RVs parked, and that's where we pulled up. But since it's not busy, they just had me pull up in front of the doors, since it's still first thing. Well, we didn't get out a Discount Tire without a cost, I guess. So one of the tires that happens to be the driver's side rear, is wearing really odd, and he thinks the bearing has gone bad back in that tire, or in that axle. So I'm gonna have to get that replaced and fixed. I'm gonna see if I can find a place maybe in Quartzsite to do it in the next week. If not, I might have to wait until we get back to Yuma. But I didn't want to drive on that tire with how worn it was on the inside, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get it replaced. So I bought one new tire today, and then once I get the bearings replaced, it's probably time to get the other 3 replaced. We are almost to Quartzsite. Well, I guess we are in Quartzsite. We just dumped, and we decided to use the place here locally that's called RV Relief. They charge like $10 to dump, which is what we would have paid at Pilot. But when we got over to Pilot, it was a madhouse, and for whatever reason, the sign for the RVs is over where the gas and trucks and vehicles go, but the dump station is over where the trucks go for diesel, and there were a bunch of trucks blocking the dump station, so it wasn't a viable option. So we have now headed on from RV Relief after dumping and going to find a spot. We'll show you what we find.
No, you don't need to adjust your screen. I am sitting behind the wheel of a truck with the camper attached. We just got to a spot here at Plumosa, and Kyle told me to get in the truck and bring it down to him. So you can see him standing down there waiting on me, so I'm going to go in a straight line. We'll see how it goes. I did it! But he's going to take over reversing it and backing it into our spot, which is probably for the best.
So I know in the last clip you saw, Michelle was driving the rig. So I'd like to say that this was because of her, but this is literally probably the 2nd or 3rd time that I must have turned too sharp, and the bumper, which doesn't even look like it touched anything, dented the corner of this box. This box has been through hell and back. So I'm gonna take a rubber mallet and hammer that out and try to flatten it out, make it look like it was when it was new. I think I got some of this paint in there. Obviously I'll have to repaint this to make it look a little bit less ghetto, but oh well, it's somewhat square. Life on the road. So I talked to a mobile mechanic to see if he could come out and take a look at this wheel bearing. And he said he can't actually come out on BLM land and do any work because they require some big application process, and they require 15% of his gross. So yeah, that's not going to work. And I don't really want to unpack and drive it all the way back into Quartzsite right now, since we just got there. He said he might be able to take a look at it when we're driving out of town next weekend, so I may take him up on that. He suggested, from the fact that it's just one of the wheels, that the axle might be bent, which is what I was hoping to avoid. If you guys have been watching a while, we bent our axles, the original axles on this camper, back in 2020 when we first hit the road. We were down in Florida, so we had to find a place, very impromptu, to get it fixed, and it was a boat trailer place. So they put square axles on here, and if it is bent, I don't know what we're going to do. Michelle and I were just talking. We may decide to upgrade to 5,000-pound axles, but if we do that, we got to buy the whole new wheel assembly and all new wheels and all new tires. Now, we're going to need to buy 3 new tires here pretty soon anyway, so that part is not horrible. I just don't know what the added cost would be to upgrade to a 6-lug 5,000-pound axle, but it might be worth it. So, you know, we've gone through, if this is a bent axle, we can't just replace one of them because it's so unique and it's custom made from the boat shop. So I don't know, we'll keep you guys updated. Well, I'm glad I got under there to look to see if I could see if it was bent or not, because I realized, let me show you. So these are the square axles that they made for us, but I just noticed that both these green wires that are leading to the braking on the rear tire here are not connected, and on all the other 3 tires they are run into this connection right here. So apparently we haven't been using this brake back here either, so I'm gonna have to fix that. It's an easy fix. I just got to splice those wires in and reconnect them in that spot right there. But yeah, looking at it, it doesn't look bent at all. It's hard to tell because I've got them up on this ramp. So when we leave next Saturday, I'll take it down and take a look at it and see what I think. But yeah, it's a never-ending battle. Good Saturday morning, or afternoon really.
Yeah.
So we are actually walking to a concert. So yesterday I went on a little walk and ended up running into several of people that we know. So shout out to Jesse and Melissa over at Adventure Endeavor. I got to see Flo and Lance from Wheelin' with the Wendy's. And then our friends Ramona and Steven as well. Turns out we all kind of parked in the same area, and I found out that the Boulder Hookups are actually playing an impromptu desert concert today here in about, well, right now it's going to be starting, and it's probably 100 yards. I don't know if you can see the flags over there. Probably not with this camera. But we're going to head over there and watch some live music and hang out with our friends for a little bit. I think they're playing from like 1 to 4, so pretty excited, and it's a great opportunity just to get some steps in since it's all out here in the desert with us. Michelle, food for thought today?
I got nothing.
She's got nothing.
So, we just walked over to where the Boulder Hookups is playing, and I realized I didn't bring my chair. I felt like I was carrying something because I have my adventure pack. Yes, I call it adventure pack, not a fanny bag or a waist bag. It's my adventure pack. So we get there and I was like, I didn't bring my chair. So needless to say, I'm walking back to get my chair.
I'm ready, so ready. Soon I'll be living. I'll be life. Come on, Michelle.